Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here in Frankfurt International Airport in the KLM PMDG 737-800. And I wanted to share with you an app that I've found really helpful on VATSIM. It works for VATSIM and IVAO. And for those of you who fly online, one of the things that I have difficulty with, which I'm sure a lot of you have the same challenge, is changing radio frequencies, especially when you're in really congested airspace, busy, complicated airspace. I don't have a physical radio device of any kind in my flight sim setup. So I don't have a way of actually, physically changing radio frequencies, dialing in the frequencies in my own physical virtual cockpit here. So my choice is one of basically two things. I can either use the actual radios here in the PMDG 737, or I can use vPilot to change frequencies as well. Usually I actually use the airplane itself and just dial them in here, but to be honest, it takes a lot of gymnastics. I have to kind of try and predict what the next frequency is going to be. That gives me the best opportunity to kind of stay ahead of what's going on, and especially if you're coming from like an approach controller to a tower controller on an approach, and maybe you get a different frequency than you were expecting, it can really be a pain. And so outside of having a radio, physical radio that I can change the frequencies on, those are really my only options on VATSIM, which is pretty limiting. But I found this app and it's really pretty amazing. So you can see here, this is the Universal Flight Tablet from PMDG. And if you click here, you're going to see the electronic flight bag, the performance tool, and ATC network. And this is what we're here to see. So you can see, first of all, it's got all frequencies, then delivery, ground, tower, departure, approach, radar, and ATIS. So it's got all the bases covered. Now here's the really cool thing. So as I mentioned, I fly on VATSIM. The guys, any of you who follow my channel, you guys know I fly on VATSIM. So VATSIM frequencies are here. IVAO frequencies are also available, so you can use this if you fly on IVAO as well. I'm going to stick to VATSIM for my demo. So we click here on VATSIM, and now you've got a distance limit, and you can change that all the way up to infinite, where it gives you all of the VATSIM frequencies that are available right now. And you can see there's quite a few. We can go through and see which delivery frequencies are available. JFK, not sure what that one is. Ground frequencies, and you got tower, departure, approach. We've got Hamburg approach. We've got Frankfurt approach. I believe this is Nice, France, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got this is Austria. I can't remember which Austrian airport that is, but anyway, radar control and all the ATIS frequencies that are available. Obviously, you don't want to see all of them. Let's say you want to limit this to ones within 200 nautical miles. So there's Brussels. I fly out of Brussels quite a bit. There's the Brussels ATIS. And what you can do is when you click on whichever frequency you want to use, let's say Brussels ATIS, click here on transfer, 132.48. Now you come down here, 132.48. Now let's say we want to go to the ground frequency here at Frankfurt. Click here on 122.855, click transfer. Come down here, 121.855. I just read that frequency incorrectly, but you guys get it. So it's really pretty amazing. So if you're on an approach, let's say, and you're coming with the approach frequency EDF, the north approach, you click there on 120.805. You've got that in. They hand you over to tower on 118.78. You can have that in your backup, your standby as you're waiting, or if they give you a frequency you're not expecting, just select that frequency, hit transfer, and you're good to go. Let's take a real quick look at install and setup. So here's the GitHub page for this app. It is developed by Koska. There is a little button right here to buy him a coffee. So if you wind up using this app and you like it, chuck him a few dollars or whichever currency of your choice. And there are 2 ways of installing, and I'm going to only show you one way. The other way is manual, and you have to go through all these different steps. Pretty complicated. But he's made a automatic installer, which is really pretty awesome. So right here, I'll put the links in the description, obviously. Right here, you select the aircraft. Now you can use this in the 737-6, 7, 8, and 9, and also the 777. So he's got the locations here for the usual Steam and Microsoft Store locations for your PMDG aircraft install. So what you need to do is find wherever your PMDG aircraft is installed, and normally it's going to be your community folder and then this right here. And I'll put a link in the description as well so that you can find likely where your PMDG aircraft is installed. So what I'm going to do is copy this real quick, come here to my community folder, add the copied part of the location from right here to your location here, hit enter, and it's going to bring you to this location. When you run this process, it actually creates a folder with the original files already backed up for you. So there's an automatic backup of your original tablet files. You don't have to worry about saving your tablet files. You don't have to worry about them going missing. It's really pretty awesome. So then what we're going to do is you're going to take these 2 files and you're simply going to drag and drop them right here into this rectangle. And it's going to say ready to convert. And you're going to click convert files. The conversion is now done. And then you simply download the files, save them wherever you want to. I just saved them in a downloads folder. I've already saved this, but I'm going to overwrite it just so I can show you guys how to do it. And you open wherever you have that folder saved, and then you're going to have this PMDG-aircraft-738, because I'm using the 738, you're going to have that little folder. Now you simply copy that folder, come to your community folder, and paste into your community folder. You don't have to select anything, just click paste, and it's going to ask you to replace the files in the destination. And what that's going to do is it's going to replace the files in your PMDG aircraft 738 folder for your tablet for you. You don't have to do anything. And all of these instructions are written on the page that I've just shown you, so you'll be able to see this and have it for reference. So you just click replace the files in the destination. And what it does is it replaces those 2 files that we talked about, and then it also inserts this original files folder with your original files unmodified. So if you want to revert back, you want to remove the app, you want to delete this, all you do is simply drag these files back into your PMDG 737-800 folder in your community folder. App is gone, you're good to go. Very simple to undo this if you don't like it for whatever reason, or if you have any problems with it. And we come back over here into the PMDG 737. And again, you've got all your frequencies, delivery, ground, tower, departure, approach, etc., etc. So for here, got clearance. We don't have clearance delivery. We do have ground frequencies, EDDF. We've got tower frequency, no departure. We do have an approach frequency. Radar is not available, but you also have the ATIS frequencies here, departure and arrival ATISes. So really pretty interesting stuff. Again, usable for VATSIM and IVAO for all of the different PMDG aircraft available for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I have not installed it for the PMDG 777 yet. I have no expectation that it's going to go any differently than this simple install for the 737. VATSIM, IVAO, all your different frequencies, really simple to use. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments section below. I would appreciate if you guys can, you know, throw a couple dollars or with the currency of your choice towards the developer. Did a great job on this. And this is a rather obscure little app at this point. We're going to try and change that because it's super helpful. So I hope you guys are doing well, and we'll talk soon.